Since reading is so important to the success of the school, the principal really should want to be involved in the RTI process, and there are several ways and several important roles that the principal can play in the RTI process. And the first one I want to discuss is that the principal should really become knowledgeable of the process, because there are going to be many questions to be answered about the RTI process, especially on the beginning. Not only are there going to be questions from parents and community members and teachers, we have even had board members to have many questions, and it's really not good for the principal to say, hey, wait a minute, let me go find out the answer to these questions. So the principal really needs to be a role model, really needs to become involved in the process from the very beginning, learn the answers to the questions, know what this process is what all is involved in this process, and become the #1 spokesman for the RTI process. And we're lucky to have good principals in Hardeman County to kind of set the stage for our teachers and for our RTI program. Another thing, and perhaps this is most important, is the principal should show support for the program and to keep the teachers motivated. It's not just about providing materials and supplies, but they need to keep the school professional development on a daily basis during staff meetings and so forth. The reading program should always be mentioned. It should always, they should always provide training sessions. The principal needs to provide unwavering support for the RTI process. Anytime there is change, there are going to be tension. We had tension, especially with our, I should say, experienced teachers, not old teachers, but experienced teachers. And of course, the person or the people that they come to first are our principals, and if the principal's not sold on the program, they need to, make sure that they give the idea that they're sold on the program, because if it looks like that the principal's not sold on the program, then it's not going to be successful. So they need to be a good cheerleader, so to speak, for the program. Another thing that the principal needs to do is to make sure that that 90-minute block is truly uninterrupted. And you could interrupt the instructional period any day that you wanted to as a principal. There is always someone wanting to come into your school, always someone wanting to provide some kind of a program, whether it be an assembly program or something, any day. And all of these programs are important to them. The principal's got to learn to say that simple little word, no. Also, parents. I think sometimes the alarm clocks don't work too good, and they need to have conversations with parents, urge them to make sure that they get their children up, get them to school on time. They need to stress that we have reading here on a daily basis, and it is important, and those children need to be in classes. Reading is a priority here. Another thing that principals need to do, they need to make sure that those fidelity checks are conducted on a daily basis. As Ms. Williams conducts her professional development and her trainings and so forth, that is stressed to the facilitators, but it's not just the facilitators that need to be doing this, it's the principals as well. I don't think it's it's as important to do the formal observations. As a principal of 22 years, I could tell a whole lot more about what was going on in those classrooms just by going around on a daily basis and just looking in the classrooms for no more than 2 minutes than I could having teachers to do a bunch of paperwork for 3 times a year, and then going in and sitting in their classrooms for an hour. I tried, not always successfully, to go around and look in those classrooms each and every day. Some principals say, well, I don't have time to do that. Well, how do you not have time to do that? Because it's all about effective instruction. You can have all kinds of programs, you can provide your teachers with all kinds of resources, but if you don't go around and make sure that effective instruction is taking place in those classrooms on a daily basis, it's not going to make any difference. So those are the things that I think are the most important things that a principal can do in the RTI process.